Hi Cheerios, my name is Cherita. I'm the most positive person you'll ever meet. I guarantee it.
And it's bubbly, 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 bubbly. We are singing to our love.
Y'all, it's been so long since I've recorded a video, I don't even know what to say anymore. But please tell me, why do I look like I belong in a 1980s hip-hop video? I look like Salt and Pepper. Just call me Paprika. Anyways, so in today's video, I'm actually going to be doing a cheer tag. If you guys do not know who Dana Berkey is, she is a young fiction author, young adult fiction author. There it is. She also does cheer videos, and she tagged me in this cheer tag maybe about a week ago, and I am going to be responding to that video. If you guys are interested in this video, keep watching. Before I get started, make sure you click subscribe for new content almost every Tuesday and Friday. And also do not forget to link up with me on my social media. All of that information will be down below in the description box. So let's get started. So the answers to, So the questions to this tag will be in the description box. And there's two separate sets of questions. One is like a favorites. The second is what? The first is like favorites about the cheer community. The second is favorites about specific cheer teams. So I'm going to go ahead and start with, so I have all my questions written down on my computer. I'm actually using my phone to record, so if I look like I'm not looking at the camera, I literally have no idea where I'm supposed to be looking. So first is favorite bow company. This is gonna have to be Bows by April. I'm not a big bow person because, as you guys see, I got about that much hair. When I was cheering, when I was doing like PCA teams, I would do headband bows, but we would get those made from whoever did our bows at the time. But I follow Bows by April on Twitter, and I will post her Twitter down below. Her tweets just come across my timeline. I really like her bows. They're cute. She does a good job promoting them, so that's why she is my favorite. Favorite shoe brand is Infinity. All the shoes that I had circa like 2004 were Infinities, and they've gotten better each year. I don't know how they are now because I don't cheer anymore, but I do love Infinity shoes. I enjoyed them while I was cheering. My favorite uniform company is Rebel. I like Rebel because they have really cute uniforms. They're never afraid to go like too far, but they also don't go too far, if that makes any sense. It probably doesn't. But I really enjoy Rebel and their uniforms. There aren't too many Rebel uniforms that I don't like. Favorite backpack brand, Infinity. The current backpack that I use while I travel, it's a gold Infinity backpack, and I love it so much, and it's so convenient and practical, and it's flashy, and it looks good. My favorite big gym is California All-Stars for a couple reasons. Their program in general is just good. They don't just focus on their world's teams. They also focus on their younger teams or their lower level teams. And I know a lot of the coaches and a lot of the athletes personally, which makes it more like, I don't know, just more closer to home. And I'm actually wearing like a Reckless shirt right now that somebody sent to me. Like, I love Cali. They're just an amazing, just well-rounded program. My favorite small gym is SCV. I don't know if they are still considered a small gym, but they are to me, as they have one world's team. And I mean, if you guys watch them, just in general, they are so clean, they are so talented, and I've been a big fan of theirs for a very long time. I talk about them a lot, so it shouldn't be surprising that they are my favorite small gym. My favorite local competition, that would have to be GSSA Sacramento. Okay, so GSSA in general used to be like a huge competition. But now because GSSA and Aloha has merged with varsity, I feel it's not as big as it used to be, but that could just be me. I don't know. But GSSA Sacramento is always so much fun. I've met so many great people at that competition. Usually there's a California All-Stars team there, which makes it that much more exciting because Cali is one of my favorite gyms. So GSSA Sacramento is always, always a good time. My favorite big competition is Worlds, only because I haven't been to any other big competitions. I've never been to NCA, that needs to change. I've never been to Summit, that needs to change. I've never been to D2 Summit, that needs to change. I feel like I've never been to Cheer Sport. There's so many big competitions that I'm missing out on, and I would love to go to all of these big competitions. That way I can compare them to Worlds, but as of right now, Worlds is my favorite big competition because that's the only big competition I've been to. My favorite cheer vlogger, that would have to be Emma and Ellie. If you don't know who they are, they're actually like more of a family vlog lifestyle type channel. But Emma, she is a cheerleader. The last I remember, she was a cheerleader at Top Florida Dog, somebody's top animal. And I don't know, I enjoy their vlogs for a number of reasons. One, because it has to do with cheerleading. Two, because they're a family and the mom does a lot of work, and I'm a mom, and when the kids are at school, she talks about a lot of mom things and home things. So I feel like I can relate to that whole channel just in general. So I really do enjoy Emma and Ellie. Super cute kids. My favorite cheer YouTuber, that would have to be Jeremy Goldsby. You guys, I feel like every time I talk about him, I say the same thing. Yes, he is young, but he is so knowledgeable. Like, if he sticks with the cheer world and the cheer community, he can do so many great things. And I like the videos that he makes because they're not like, what's in my cheer bag, or check out my Nike Pro collection. Like, he actually talks about the cheer community, and he talks about what's going on in the cheer community. And I know both of us have the same problem. Yes, we do not upload as frequent as we should, but it's very hard within the cheer community. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I do like the content that he puts out because it actually has to deal with the cheer community and the cheer world and not just him as an athlete. So that's why I appreciate Jeremy and his content. Okay, so my favorite male cheerleader, that would have to be Devin Allen. I may be a little biased. I call him my little brother, but Devin is an amazing athlete. I remember watching him at a small local gym, and he left that gym and went to California All-Stars, and he was on Black Ops, and that's when he won his first World's medal. What? That's when he won his first World's ring, and I was just like over the moon. Like, I love this kid with my whole heart and soul. He's an amazing, not just an amazing athlete, but he's an amazing person. He's an amazing human being. And what I really liked about him is, like, even on his days off, he would go in the gym and tumble. And if you guys have never seen Devin Allen tumble, like, you're missing out on life because he's amazing. But he doesn't take his tumbling for granted. Like, he would tumble every single day he was in the gym. He would just tumble to tumble, and he'd be like, hey, Cherita, can you help me fix this skill? And I'm like, wait, me? You want me to help you? Absolutely. I mean, I could try. But he's very, very humble. He doesn't take his skill, like I said, for granted. You guys, if you don't know Devin, like, I'm sorry, but he's not just like my favorite male cheerleader. He's like one of my favorite people in this whole entire world. Favorite female cheerleader, that would have to be AJ Singleton. Most of you guys might know her from F5. She last year was on Top Gun 005, where she won her 5th World's ring. Like, really? Like, Santuan, she's coming for you, kind of. But you guys, AJ has, I don't know, like, I fell in love with her when she was like 13 years old, and it was I think it was my very first Worlds, and I met her and we took a picture, and every single year after that I went to Worlds, I would make sure that I got a picture with her if I was at Worlds. I even went to Maryland Twisters. I went to their gym, and I got to do a standing tuck with her on the floor of Maryland Twisters. Like, you guys. AJ she's so sweet. Like, and I love her as an athlete. And even when she stopped flying, she like stepped in and became a base. Like, she didn't miss a beat. Like, okay, so she's no longer in the air, but that wasn't going to stop her from being this amazing athlete. And I love the fact that she can, like, hang with the guys when it comes to tumbling. So AJ is love that girl. Okay, so now we're getting into favorite routines. So my favorite routine from the 2017-2018 season, that would have to be Twist and Shout Diamonds. I just enjoy them as a team, and that, I mean, even the routine from the previous year was such a good routine, and I don't know, like the difficulty was there, the creativity was there. Just, it was such a good routine, and it was well executed. Yeah, Heart. Ooh, jeez. Don't ever let me do that again. My favorite routine from the 2016-2017 season, that would be Woodlands Elite Generals. You guys, the tumbling, the stunting, the energy, the bounce back passes, which you do not see in all girl divisions because you usually see it in co-ed. Like, ooh, excuse me. That routine, I feel like that is low-key an iconic routine. Just saying. And trying to find your favorite routine from like 55 different divisions, impossible. So my favorite uniform from the 2017-2018 season, that would have to be Cheer Extreme SSX. Those uniforms were gorgeous. The detailing, phenomenal. I feel like SSX always has good uniforms. I actually did a video about my favorite uniforms, and I know SSX was on there, not this uniform, because whatever. But one of their previous uniforms, they just always have beautiful, beautiful uniforms. The lines look good, and everybody looks good in the uniforms, which is so hard to find a uniform where every single person looks good in it. And then my favorite uniform from the 2016-2017 season, that would be Ice Lady Lightning, those white uniforms. Oof, those just like, number one, I like white uniforms. They were just so clean and gorgeous. Just gorgeous. So now on to my favorite teams from every single World's division. Not including non-tumbling because that has not happened yet. Senior Extra Small, Cheer Express Miss Silver, but also CJA Bombshells. The reason why I kind of split that is because CJA Bombshells, technically they are an extra small team, but at Worlds they had to compete in the small division because of the rules. But both of those teams are my favorite. Central Jersey All-Stars, like they definitely held their own in that small division. They're both great teams. Cheer Express Miss Silver, I mean, they have like 4 people on that team, but they still made that routine look so good. And they do have cute uniforms. Senior Extra Small Co-Ed obviously is going to be SCVX5. I told you guys how much I love SCV to begin with. I'm pretty sure I predicted them to win Worlds. Like every time I talk about a small gym or extra small, SCV will usually always be in the talk or in the runnings. Senior Small Woodlands Elite Generals, I talked about them earlier. I loved the routine from last year and the year before, so I just think they are I just think they're an amazing program. I love how they're pushing the stereotypes by, you know, having bounding passes, because usually we see males do that, not so much females. So, and not they had like what, 4 this past season. Like that's incredible. That's amazing. Small co-ed, that would have to be SMOED. I love my SMO babies, and I personally know, you know, some of the people on the team. There's actually 2 people on the team that were on this past season. And I've been following them since they were at another gym, a very, very, very small gym in Bakersfield. And so just to see them grow and go on to SMOED, like you guys, it's like more of like an emotional attachment with SMOED than anything. But they are really talented. Love you, Eddie. Love you, Orby. So senior medium, my favorite team would have to be Stingray Peach. I've been a Peach fan for a very, very long time. I love their energy. I love everything about them. They're really talented, and their music is always a bop. Did I use that right? Their music is a bop? Let me know. Medium co-ed, once again, I have to go back to California All-Stars. That would be California All-Stars Black Ops. Once again, emotional attachments, plus they've been pretty much untouchable for the past couple seasons. They are really, really good. And they always surprise you. You know, you think like, oh, maybe this year will be their rebuilding year. But I feel like they haven't had a rebuilding year in a while. and they're really good. I love California All-Stars Black Ops. Senior large, that would be Maryland Twisters F5. If somebody was like, you have to pick one team, what is your absolute favorite team ever, hands down, it would be Maryland Twisters F5. They actually were the team that kind of got me in love with all-star cheerleading. Like, yes, we had Top Gun. Yes, we had all these other teams. But as a woman of color, and yes, I'm going to go there, but as a woman of color, Maryland Twisters was like the very first team that I saw that had a lot of girls, you know, that looked like me, because me growing up, I was usually like the token black girl. And to see a team like Maryland Twisters, and they were a higher level team, they were a world's team, and just to see a bunch of, you know, little brown girls on that team representing this one team, and they were good, like, it literally holds a place in my heart. And representation matters. They always have good routines, their tumbling is always on point. Like, they just hold a special place in my heart, and they always will. So, Maryland Twisters, F5. Large co-ed, that would be Top Gun Large co-ed, for obvious reasons. They are the most creative gym, in my opinion, and they're always doing something. Like at Worlds, it's always like, okay, what are they going to do next? What are they going to do this time? What are they going to do this time? And so I love watching Top Gun. They always do something different first. You know, they've done the Jarly. They did that stunt in the pyramid where they like held their scorpion and they went down and then they flipped back up and they were still on their scorp. And I was like, wait, what? Huh? Like, whose back and shoulders does that? Clearly the people who did it, but just roll with it. I definitely love me some TGLC. Now on to the international divisions. International Open all-girl level 5, that would be Cheersport Great White Sharks. I feel they were one of the very first international teams that actually looked like a senior team. If you guys remember a couple years ago, international teams, they were good. Well, they were decent. But Great White Sharks was like the first international team to come on the scene and be like, look, if we could compete with these senior teams, but they're international, so they couldn't. So it wasn't just like a bunch of old people who were like, oh, I guess I'll just cheer this one last time, as international teams used to be. So I love me some Great White Sharks. International Open co-ed small level 5, that would be Rockstar Cheer Rolling Stones. Like, seriously, their routine is... Well, their routine that they did last year, it was so creative, and they have so much talent. I love Rockstar Rolling Stones. Love them to death. International Open Large Co-ed Level 5, that would be Top Gun 005. That's more for, like, sentimental reasons. That's Omar's Open 5. They are good. They're amazing, but the reason why the team is who it is like the meaning behind it. It's so special and meaningful that, I don't know, I just love the fact that this team lives on through Omar, and like his legend will never die because of this team. International Open All-Girl Level 6, that would be Gym Time Golden Girls. Like, seriously, Louisville, like, how could you not love them? They are, they are breathtaking, and every time you watch them, you're like, oh, chills, thanks. They are...
Oh, you smell lipstick and my Valentino white.
International Open Small Co-ed Level 6. Obviously, that's going to be California All-Stars of Reckless. Once again, for sentimental reasons. And they just won their very first World's ring, and if you guys know anything about Reckless, you know they've been pushing for 3 years trying to get this ring, and something happens at every competition or at every Worlds. But like Bobby Kardashian, love him so stinking much. And if, you know, he was on Cali Co-ed, and like if anybody in the world deserves something, like it's him. And I love Reckless. I love their entire program. You guys, do you know they invited me to go to the spaghetti factory with them because they were at this GSSA competition in Sacramento, and they're like, hey, do you want to go out to eat with us? And I was like, do I? And, you guys, they were just so sweet, and they welcomed me in. Nobody looked at me like I was crazy, even though I kind of am. But you guys just don't understand how much California All-Stars means to me. Let me stop. And the very last division is International Open Large Co-ed 6, and that would be Cheer Athletics Class 6. Y'all, they are almost on the level as like these teams from overseas, like the Philippines and like Japan and China. Like they do some crazy things that have you like, ooh, like if you want anybody to like get into all-star cheer, I feel like Class 6 is a team that you would want to watch, because they're really good and they do just like above and beyond when it comes to level 6. So yeah, that is my video. Of course, I am the only person that can turn a 5-minute video into a 25-minute video. It's probably not gonna be that long, but I do have to tag 3 people, and the 3 people that I'm going to be tagging in this is Winnie Lovegood. If you guys don't watch her videos, she puts together the best cheer compilation videos. And I'm saying she because I think the name Winnie is a girl. I don't know. But she puts together the most amazing cheer compilation videos. Like, my favorites are like it's like Brandon Senior Black Pyramid from 2009 to 2018. Or, you know, my favorite flyers, or they're really, really good videos. So, but those are the only real videos that I see from her. So I tag Winnie Lovegood, I also tag Jeremy Goldsby, and I also tag Obsessed with Everything Cheer. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. And, and click the notification bell, because I don't post that often. But you guys, the cheer season is amongst us, so I will be posting more often soon, sooner than later. So make sure you guys click the little bell icon, and have a positive and love-filled day. Bye.